a lot of brightness. I would like to call upon Ashna Rixi from 5th Standard and Vasant from 9th Standard to deliver the welcome speech.
Good evening to one and all present here. A small cheer and a great welcome makes a merry feast. Today we all have gathered here to celebrate our annual day function. I feel proud for making this welcome address on this splendid occasion. We are pleased to welcome each and everyone for this function. The motto of our annual day is to encourage students to participate in various events and to showcase their talents. Another great saying, shop, 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 and after a while, the muse shows up too. Annual day is not only for those who are good in sports and academics, but it encourage all the students to do better in school. It's a pride for me to do this welcome speech on behalf of our school. I feel happy in welcoming all the honorable dignitaries, special guests and guests of honor to our annual day function. Thank you.
I take the privilege in the welcoming our honorable chief guest, Mrs. Shantamani ma'am, who is the senior professor at Sugana Education Institution. Our chief guest is also a renowned public speaker in many debates and has won many honorable titles. Next, I would also like to welcome our guest of honor, Mr. S. Sivakumar, Chairman of Vadalur Town. Indeed, we are familiar with our town chairman as he had done many useful deeds to peoples of our town. I also feel happy to welcome all our special guests, Mr. S. Jocelyn Jnana Christie, Principal of Event Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Nagarkoil. Eminent principal who has rendered her service for making her school famous in Nagarkoil. I also welcome Mrs. K. Vijayarani, Manager State Bank of India, Tanjore, and Mrs. V. Menaka, Deputy Manager of State Bank of India in Sidambaram. Now I take the chance of welcoming our founder sir who has contributed a lot in bringing up the school. I also welcome our founder madam who has built the school of talent with her care and guidance. It is also a pleasure for me to welcome our school correspondent sir and efficient principal madam for our annual day function. They have been our pillar of our support always. I also take a pleasure in inviting all the dignitaries who have spared their time for attending our annual day function. I also welcome all the students, parents and respected teachers who are a member of SION family. I also welcome our common audiences who have gathered here today. Let us all enjoy the beautiful event that is going to unfold before our eyes. Once again, I welcome all you before all from the bottom of my heart for this gracious occasion. Have a wonderful fresh week 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashna, and thank you, Vasant, for the wonderful welcome address. Honor may not win power, but it wins respect. Now it's time to honor our chief guest. For this, I request our principal madam to honor our chief guest, Mrs. Shantamani ma'am, with shawl and memento.
Madam, photo parking, madam. Madam, photo parking.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, I call upon Mrs. Renuka ma'am to honor our special guest, Mrs. S. Jocelyn Jnana Christie ma'am.
Hello? Madam, photo parking.
சொல்லுங்க ஜி.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, I call upon Mrs. Jennifer Miss to honor our special guest, Mrs. K. Vijayarani ma'am with shawl and memento. Put your hands together.
மேடம் ஃபோட்டோ பாருங்க.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, I call upon Mrs. Anjali ma'am to honor our special guest, Mrs. Menaka ma'am with shawl and memento. Put your hands together.
ஃபோட்டோ பாருங்க.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, I call upon Mr. Bhaskar sir to honor our founder sir with shawl and memento. Give it a great applause. Thank you, sir. Next, I call upon Mrs. Amuda ma'am to honor our chairman with shawl and memento. Thank you, ma'am. Put your hands together. Next, I call upon Mrs. Fatima Miss to honor our principal, Mrs. Evans ma'am. Next, I call upon Mrs. Jennifer ma'am to honor our principal, Mrs. Evans ma'am. Next, I call upon Mr. Amuda ma'am to honor our correspondent, Mr. Pravin sir with shawl. Give it a great applause. Next, I call upon Mr. Bhaskar sir to honor our chief guest, Ramasamy sir, Lakshmi Textiles in Vadalur.
புரியலடா
Shawl.
ஸ்கூல்ல இருக்கண்டா தம்பி ஸ்கூல்ல மாஸ்கிங் டேப்பா 20 ரூபான்னு நினைக்கிறேன்
சார் ஃபோட்டோ சார். சார்
Next, I call upon Mr. Bhaskar sir to honor our Dinatandi reporter with shawl and memento.